All right, everybody, what is going on? Let me go ahead and get a few things pulled up that I want to talk about, and we will get going from there. So give me 1 second. Let me get a couple of things pulled up that I wanted to look over. One moment, fellas and ladies and kids and whoever the hell is in here. Give me a couple of seconds if you guys don't mind. While you are in here, share this video. I greatly appreciate you sharing. I'll greatly appreciate it. Just go ahead and share this baby out. I'm also going to share too. And yeah, we'll start taking questions and all that fun stuff. So give me 1 second and we'll go from there. All right, hold up. All right, 1 second. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Give me one momento. One momento. Uno momento, please. All right, what is this? No, I didn't need that. I didn't need that. I want to get one more thing pulled up. The Yankees. There we go. That's what I want to look at real quickly. And then we will get into it because I know fans are very excited to talk some Yankee baseball. Guys, if you don't mind, go ahead and share this baby out. I will greatly appreciate it. Isaac, welcome. Oliver, welcome. LeVar, welcome. Eric, welcome. DJ Steels, what's up, baby? What's up, baby? Oliver, what's going on? Chris, what is going on? Guys, give me a moment. Share this out if you don't mind. The best thing you could do for me is sharing this baby out. Share it out. Share it out. I appreciate it. All right. Then we're gonna jump right into it. Let me get the last thing pulled up. Matter of fact, first I want to start with this. Lineup tonight. DJ LeMahieu. Matter of fact, let me put this. Get myself a little. How does that look? Let me see how this looks. Give me 1 second. It's kind of. Oh no, I can't. That's too much light. Lineup tonight. DJ LeMahieu, second base, batting 300 so far in this postseason. Aaron Judge, right field, 105. Aaron Hicks, center field, 357. Luke Voigt, first base, 286. Big G, Giancarlo Stanton, batting 333, DHing. Giovanni Urshela, 294, third base. Gleyber Torres at short, 462. Brett Gardner in left field, 400. And behind the plate, the story maybe of the lineup, Kyle Higashioka hitting 333 gets to start with Masahiro Tanaka and no Gary Sanchez after his ball game yesterday. So that is where we are right now. So very, very, very interesting. But let's see. Let me get everything pulled up again. That's the lineup for today. We know Tanaka is on the mound. We know that is where we are. So, guys, let me get to some of your questions. I see a lot of them in here already. Tanaka is starting tonight. Yes. Do you think Sanchez will be in the team next year? That's a tough one. And I knew this question was coming up. So, hey, let's get it out the way, shall we? Many of you guys know, as you have followed me for a long time now, I assume many of you have, I put out a story, I want to say about 2 years ago, when Gary Sanchez came into camp overweight and the Yankees were very upset. So the Yankees were very upset with him. Leadership was. I put that information out there and said that leadership was losing confidence in him. And all he has to do is really, kind of get back on it. There was no chance that time of them letting him go or looking to go to somebody else. I believe Felix from NY News and myself were the first people. All right, there we go. Of the Yankees really getting upset with Gary Sanchez. So we're at that point now where now kind of everybody's on board. We were at a point where a lot of people were very mad at me. They were very upset with me for even bringing this up and even talking about this. So now that it is out there, I'm not really upset that I'm upset that it's happened because I never wanted to see Gary Sanchez struggle. My mic should be back on now, guys. I should be good to go. I never wanted to see Gary Sanchez struggle just to prove a point. So that's never been what I have wanted to see personally. I always thought Gary Sanchez would be the guy we expect him to be, and he still could be. But we are now at a point where the Yankees do got to start considering what that catching position looks like going forward. Next year, JT Realmuto is available. He's going to cost a lot of money. I was told this offseason, don't expect the Yankees to go out there and add a ton. They got DJ LeMahieu they have to re-sign. Likely Tanaka. Do they have room to make that type of move? Can they trade Hicks' salary possibly to fit in some additional salary to maybe get... So do the Yankees feel going forward that Higashioka may be good enough to push Gary Sanchez more than he's ever been pushed before? I've been saying this for 3 years for Greg Bird, I said it for. Gary Sanchez, I said it for. Guys like Frazier. Don't just give these guys a spot on this team. They need competition. You cannot just say, look, I know you're good. You're there. Give these guys competition. Let them have a chance to have somebody else fight with them. Give them somebody else to go against. Don't just say the position's yours and leave it alone. It doesn't work that way. It never should. These guys should always have to prove themselves when they're young. Gary Sanchez may have gotten a bit complicit and just say, yeah, I got the role, no problem. I'm good, I'm okay. There's a lot of theories out there about Gary Sanchez. There's the batting stance. There's he's improved on defense, and maybe that's took away from his offense. There's a lot of conversations out there when it comes to Gary Sanchez. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Right now, this is the lowest level Gary has ever been among Yankee leadership. Again, I put that story out 2 years ago. If you were to tell me 2 years ago, 2 years from that moment of me putting that story out, that Gary Sanchez would be getting benched in the playoffs, I probably would say, nah, I don't think so, because I think his offense will carry him. But now we're talking about a decent defensive catcher, maybe below average, and just a poor hitter. So fans can bring up all they want. Fans can bring up as much as they want that, Gary Sanchez still hits homers. He does this. Folks, batting under 200, I don't give a shit what you do. I don't give a shit if you hit 35 homers a year. Batting under 200 is not who we expected Gary Sanchez to be. And I always talk about this too, projection. Fans have got this idea in their head when Gary Sanchez came up and had a great rookie year that this is going to be a guy that's going to be a middle of the bat impact hitter for ages to come. And he would hit 300 and he hit 30 plus homers a year. He's going to be this unstoppable force. But the projection was so high that it's hard to live off that being a catcher. It's not easy. First of all, it's not an easy job. Second of all, it's a tough projection to put on somebody. But Gary Sanchez had that type of talent, and he still does. It would never shock me if Gary Sanchez came back next year and hits 240, 245, and pops 30 homers. That wouldn't shock me. It also wouldn't shock me if he comes back next year and hits 170 or 200. That also wouldn't shock me. But it's a decision that the Yankees do have to make. And they got to figure out how I have to go. Now, look, I like the move today. I do. I like the idea of getting it in his mind already that, look, my man, we like you, but you got to get your shit together. Let reality hit like it should be hitting right now and get your ass right. Whether it's your offense is going to carry you. Nobody expects you to be a Gold Glove catcher. Nobody expects you to be above average. Yankee fans will deal with Gary Sanchez if he is an average and slightly below average catcher, but hits 240, 235, and hits 25 to 30 homers a year. Everybody will be okay with that. Nobody is going to fight for a guy that hits 130, 150, doesn't hustle down the line to first base, still is not a decent defensive catcher. Nobody wants that and nobody needs that. The Yankees window is closing. You know, I got fans asking me all the time, Pete, they got to win at some point, right? Yeah. The window every year gets closed. So yeah, you have to at some point. So it's interesting. I'm sorry, I went on a little rant there. So let me get to some of your guys' questions. All right, Mark says, why did Cash and Boone have to get cute with using Garcia? My God, man. Yeah. I don't fucking know. I mean, I don't fucking know. I mean, that's one of the most idiotic moves I've ever seen. It's one of the most idiotic moves in postseason. It's the worst move since Girardi not calling for the replay on the Lindor foul ball off the bottom of the strikeout, basically. It was a strikeout. We know that now. It's a blunder. It was an absolute blunder. I don't give a shit who did the call. Look, Aaron Boone's going to be blamed for it because he's the manager, but we know that came from higher up. And how the fuck did that conversation go? How did that conversation go? And who the fuck in that room was cool with that? Nobody got a voice? Fuck that. I don't want to be the manager. And that's what happened with Joe Girardi. Joe Girardi wasn't having that shit. Joe Girardi wasn't the type of dude to sit there and go, look, we're going to have the nerds. The nerds going to come out the basement and they're going to tell us how we're going to manage this game. Nah, fuck that. No, I'm the general. I'm running the ship. I'm making the call. I'm not listening to the nerds. I'm not going to listen to them on this one. Somebody, you know, I see fans say when I mentioned, I said, look, I don't think it's going to work out. Oh, but they did it because the Rays got lefties in there and blah, blah, blah. That's the fucking reason, because they have lefties? J-Hap? It's not fucking Randy Johnson. J-Hap. You put your balls on the line for J-Hap? I quit my job. Where's Aaron Boone's balls? Aaron Boone has no word? He's not man enough to stand up and go, guys, nah, not today. Not today. He's not man enough on that. He's not man enough to sit there and go, whoa. If I don't got my word, what do I got here? I got nothing. Nothing if I don't have you. What has it got? Just think about that conversation. Think about it. Guys, hey, we got a good game plan today. Here's what we're going to do. Listen, guys, everybody hey, Booney, get the fuck over here, Aaron. You nitwit. Come here, the nerds are talking. Aaron, the nerds, let's go. Bring little Blakey with you too. Blakey, come on, you asshole, get over here. Hey, Randy, go get fucking Blakey. Put the lunchbox down, kids. Get over here. All right, guys, come on. We got to talk here. We're going to be wise today, okay? We're going to be real wise. Here's what we're going to do. Listen to this. You ready for this? Aaron, you're going to sit there and look fucking stupid like you always do. You're going to shake your head, nod your head up and down. The same bullshit, you know. Same bullshit you do all the time. We're going to put our 21-year-old, we're going to announce him for game 2. The 21-year-old potential future of our rotation, part of it, so be it, however you think about him. He was pretty good this year, right? We like him. We like the kid. Nobody has a problem with Garcia, right? Levine, little baby Blake. Booney, and nobody fucking cares. What do you guys think? Yeah, nerds, we love him. The nerds love him. We think he's great. Thank you. Here's what we're going to do, okay? We're going to be smart. We're going to do something different. They're never going to expect this. It's like a real fucking Trojan horse. You understand me? Here's what we're going to do. Watch this one. Garcia. Listen to this. Booney, don't start this shaking the head shit right now. Just wait a second. You got to wait until I give you the punchline, Booney. Don't agree yet. You don't even know, you fucking wise ass. What are you agreeing already? You never said nothing. Give me a second, Booney. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to bring Garcia in to start. The Rays have no fucking idea. Cash over there, he don't know. He's talking about a fucking stable with horses. He has no idea. They're going to throw all their lefties in there. They're going to have Meadows. They're going to put everybody in this lineup, right? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have Garcia start. The righty, they're going to say, oh, good. We're going to fuck this young kid up. We're going to get him really fucking good. 3 pitches in. 3. We don't know what the fuck happened. There's no outs. Nothing's going on. Nothing happened yet. You hear me? You get it? What do you guys think, nerds? We love it. They love it. Listen to this. Here's the punchline. 3 fucking pitches in. 3 of them. I don't care if it's an out. I don't care if there's 2 outs. You hear me? Randy, listen to this. Here it goes. 3. J Happ is going to start warming. What do you think, Boone? You love it? Guys love it? We love it. They love it. Everybody loves it. But here's the thing. It's not to intimidate. We're bringing the fucker in. We're going to bring him in. The Rays heads are going to, bah! They're not going to know what the fuck happened. They're going to say, holy shit. They went to J Happ? J fucking Happ. We're done. Series over. Might as well go home and quit. Who in God's name came up with this? Who could have sat there and said, this is brilliant? I'm not even joking. Whoever decided on this has to go. Who in their right mind thought this was a good idea? The Rays laughed. The Rays cracked up. They said, oh, they're giving us a series. Look at this. J Happ's warming up. We never seen this Garcia kid. Hell, we hit a homer, but he looked decent to me. The fastball was missing location, but the breaking pitches look good. Changeup looked good. Curveball looked good. But no, we'll go to J Happ. They tried to be too smart, and it backfired. It's a horrible move. It was a horrible move. And it fucked the Yankees bad. It was a terrible move. It was a horrible move. Never should have happened. Never should have happened. And now you basically gave up your young guy. First of all, nobody talks about what that does to a young kid. He's 21 years old. He's getting to start, whether he knew it or not. I mean, your mindset is gone. You're saying in your head, all right, let me get through one. Are you even motivated at this point to dominate? They should have handed the ball to Garcia and said, kid, look, go out there and pitch. Now, understand, if you don't go out there and do well, we got somebody ready to come in. But this offense can score you some runs. Hold this team down and leave it at that. Give us 5. Set your mind on 5. Give us 5 innings, 3 runs. Get us some length. Pitch good. Mix it up. Listen to your catcher and give it your all. Understand that we got guys behind you if we got to take you out, but we want to see you win. There should have been a pep talk, not a fucking escape route. They gave the kid an escape route. Look, kid, give us 1. You're the future, but we got Happ. The fuck is that? We got Happ. The guy's like a toddler asking him questions at the end of the game. J Happ? And now you leave it to Tanaka. Now you leave it to Tanaka. Now you leave it to Tanaka. Angelo, my man, it was a good rant. It was a good rant, but now you leave it to Tanaka. Because, I mean, you know, you got to hope that Tanaka is his regular postseason self. And he could give the Yankees 6+ strong. Look, they haven't used Chapman. So, you know, Chappie could get 2 if you need him. But you got to hope that Tanaka give us 6. You got to hope Tanaka give us 6. And Lee, that's the other point. You know, Garcia's curveballs look well. His breaking pitches look good. His fastball was off, but his command of his off-speed stuff looked good. So, I mean, just the idea that you're giving a young kid an escape, to me, was idiotic. That young kid, Garcia, should have been flat out told, get us 5. Understand you got a great offense behind you. Give us some length. If need be, if you get in trouble, we will go to our pen. But give us everything you got and go. Don't tell this kid, look, there's a short leash, maybe 1 inning today. What kind of motivation is that? What does that do for a kid's mind? All right, let me get through 1 because they're going to go to fucking J-Hap. Whoever made the decision has to make some answers. They got to answer for that. And we'll see where it goes. Look, the last time this happened, the Yankees went to Game 7 of the ALCS. When Girardi made the non-replay call, the Yankees went to Game 7. They came back and beat the Indians, and you know they went to Game 7 of the ALCS. So this, by all means, does not mean the Yankees are over. I just think when the Rays saw J-Hap, they didn't give a shit. They didn't give a shit. They were like, let's fucking go. Let's go. We've seen this guy a lot. We know who J-Hap is. No problem. Let's go. So, yeah. Idiotic move. I mean, it really doesn't get much worse than that move, to be quite honest. And today, it just comes down to Tanaka. It really does. I think the Yankees will hit Morton. I don't see Morton just dominating. I think the Yankees could hit him. I think they will. The Rays do have a legit bullpen, so the Yankees have to try to get an early lead and score some runs. And they got to hope that Tanaka is on his game. If Tanaka's pitches are up in the zone and he can't get that splitter and that slider for strikes, it could be a long night. It could be a long night. The Rays are coming off a high. The Yankees had a horrible way of really misplaying the whole ball game. And they got to go out there and do what they got to do. Simple as that. That's all there is to it. Woo, that rant took a lot out of me. Damn. 1 second, fellas. 1 second. Thank you guys for sharing, by the way. For the guys who did share, I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that. Thank you. 1 second. Let's see. So since I got that rant out the way, let me go ahead and get to your guys' questions. Would Cole get Game 5? Angelo says yes. Yes, Cole has to get Game 5. No doubt about it. Occupy, yes, Morton has pitched good against the Yankees, but I do think this Yankee offense will get to him. I think the Yankees will score some runs. It's all going to be about Tanaka. Excuse me. Yeah, Mark. Thank you, man. Thank you for the rant. I liked it. Thank you for getting me there. Lee says he wants to fuck up the Astros. Lee, I think everybody wants to. I think everybody wants to, my man. I want to see that myself. I want to see the Yankees face them, no doubt about it. Thoughts on Boone's decision? Nicholas, you're going to have to go watch this one from the beginning after it's posted. I had a long time talking about it. I don't like it. I reenacted the whole conversation, how it probably went. Dumbass move. Dumbass decision. Dumbass decision. Just whoever came up with this idea. Look, the Yankees got played. If you don't think the Rays had an idea that might happen, they probably knew. I mean, let's be honest here. The Rays had an idea the Yankees might do that. And if they were going to J-Hap, you really think the Rays are like, oh, fuck. Who in their mind? Who in their mind thought the Rays were going to be like, oh, fuck this. That's it. We're done. The Rays slapped the Yankees on the ass after that. They said, oh, good. They did it. They did it. Guys, look, they believed it. They did it. They brought it happen. Oh, what idiots. What fucking morons. That's what they thought. That's what the Rays thought. The Rays said, look at these idiots. No problem. Missing Sevy, Paxton, and Canely. Yeah, Canely's a big part of what they're missing. And of course, you know, Severino and Paxton right now, it helps. You know, any way you look at it. But I tell you what else would have helped. And a lot of Yankee fans got mad at me at the deadline when I said this. It would have fucking helped to get another arm. It would have helped. You know, as much as people, Robbie Ray isn't good. You know, maybe having a lefty that throws 96, 97 out of the bullpen would have helped. Maybe having an Archie Bradley would have helped. You know? I mean, his team knew they had injuries. They knew they weren't certain. Having somebody additional would have helped. But they didn't do none of that. You know, fans right away want to get up in arms. Oh, they're not better. Robbie Ray sucks. He walks guys. I might have felt better with Robbie Ray coming in than J-Hap. I don't give a fuck what J-Hap's numbers were. He has sucked in the playoffs for the Yankees, and he has sucked for a while. I don't give a shit what he did in the short year. When he wants to get his contract, I don't care. I don't care. People on social media call you Anthony and Pete. Which one is it? Typically social media calls me Pete, but I go by Anthony with my fiance and everybody else. My parents call me Pete. My first name is Pete. My middle name is Anthony. But yeah, I don't care. Anthony, I don't care. Anthony, I don't care. Come at him. That Sanchez at bat in the ninth, it was horrible. It was horrible. How did the Yankees not pinch hit Gardner there? I don't know. Mark says Archie Bradley is great. Archie Bradley would have been so welcomed to this pen. And look, there's been a lot of wrong from the Yankees this year. You know, you got this Yankee Twitter world who is like they're fucking terrified. It's like they're terrified to criticize anything the Yankees do. I've never been scared or worried what people will think. Look at my reporting. My reporting has been spot on. You know how much shit I got for the Gary Sanchez stuff that everybody said I was lying? Now it's right in front of your face. You know, I got shit from all that stuff, all different angles. I got shit for all that reporting. I was told 2 years ago the Yankees are getting tired of Sanchez because he came in fat. He never he didn't hit his mark that they put for him. He didn't care. There's always been the idea this guy does not care enough. But there's just a lot of there's a lot that just doesn't. There's a lot of bad moves this Yankee team has made. There's a lot of good moves, but they haven't. You know, this deadline is a joke. They should have got somebody. They should have went out there at somebody. There's no doubt about that. Every Yankee fan could agree on that. J-Hap sucks. I mean, J-Hap, a couple of years ago, cool. You know, I was even okay with 2 years for Hap. But there was no reason to trust this guy in that situation. It wasn't a smart move. It wasn't trying to trick anybody. I would bet every dollar I got that the Rays expected that to happen, and they planned for it. You don't think the Rays thought that was an option? They're that fucking stupid? I'm not going to sit here and say Kevin Cash is a dumbass guy. I'm not going to sit here and say the Rays organization is stupid. They likely knew that would happen. And they probably felt better facing Hap than a young kid like Garcia that they're not as familiar with. They're probably much more comfortable facing Hap. He was in Toronto. He was in the American League for a while. He's with the Yankees. They faced him a lot. He's not some new guy. They don't know what he has. Lefty, righty, it doesn't matter. They should have got somebody. They didn't do it. No, I don't think. No, his option did invest. His option did invest. I would have released him along. Fuck him. I don't care what pitcher you got. I'd have released his ass a long time ago. I mean, imagine if we got anybody. Is the difference. You know, people bring up Clevenger and things like that, but imagine if we got Robbie Ray. Imagine if we got Lynn. Imagine if we got Bradley. This team should have got somebody. And everybody let it off the hook like, oh, well, look, we're playing good baseball. Yay. The offense is the only thing that is going to win it for this team. If the offense doesn't perform, the Yankees aren't doing it. They're not going to throw shutouts. They're not going to shut their teams down unless Cole's on the mound. And you got to pray. You got to pray that Masahiro Tanaka comes out and is who he regularly is. Because if he's not, the Yankees are fucked. You know it. I know it. It's not being a fan. It's speaking logic. They don't have enough in their rotation to dominate teams. They don't. The offense has to carry it. That's not breaking news. You guys know it as much as I do. That's not breaking news. Sorry, guys. 1 second.
The Oval Office at the White House, things done. So we have to get them done. We have to get them approved. I want to get them to the hospitals where people are feeling bad. It's much more important.
Sorry, guys. I apologize. Give me 1 second. Let me get to your guys' questions. I'm sorry. I was rudely interrupted by the President of the United States. Not me personally, but a video that came out. Let me not offend some of you in here that might get offended by that. Imagine we got anybody. Let's see. Blah 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 blah. Sanchez. Oh God. BCNT Sports. My goodness. Wow. You're going in. Heading to the rooftop to watch the game. Good stuff, Pete. Let's do it tonight, Lee. Thank you, Lee. Let's do it. Let's go Yankees, of course. Now the pressure is on Tanaka. Yes, it is. Yeah, Pac-Man. Trump just released a video. I haven't got a chance to watch it yet, but we'll see. Angelo says press Trump. And so does Boone. He does. Boone definitely got some pressure on him. I don't think he's going anywhere, but he does. You agree with me that Higashioka should be starting tonight? Yes, 100%. 100%. 100% Higashioka should be starting. Let him start. Look, it's not like he hasn't hit. To give Higgy credit, Higgy's hit. Higgy's performed. Higgy's performed. So, yeah, I'm very cool with Kyle Higashioka. I'm getting the chance to bat today. Very, very cool with him getting the start. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. I'm not going to shave until the Yankees win it. Once they're out, maybe I'll shave, but the beard is getting rather puffy and long and big. I might grow a big-ass beard. Big-ass beard. What do you guys think? Bearded Simonetti or not bearded Simonetti? What do you guys think? What's the worst that can happen? 0 for 4 like Sanchez. Yeah, Adam, that's basically right. Sanchez is so overrated. I mean, yeah, because he was very hyped. Gary was very hyped. Babyface Pete. El Barbu says Joe Biden 2020. Ugh. Hey, BCNT says no homo. I like you clean, more fresh. Okay. No homo intended. Oh man, no homo intended. I guess I'll take it. CB Buckner sucked ass. CB Buckner is a trash can. CB Buckner sucked. CB Buckner sucked, man. I mean, my God. I mean, How fucking blind can you be? I mean, the 3-1 call on Glaber was a fucking joke. I mean, are we I hate saying it. Are we gonna see like a player like a tackle? I mean, damn. At that point, that game is tight. I want to fuck you up. At that point, like CB, fuck you doing? You know what I'm saying? What do you? Stop it! Strike. I mean, that was so bad. The fucking thing was up here and 5 feet outside. All right. See, look. Here's the thing. Let me talk about Major League umpiring real quickly. These guys aren't held accountable. There's no accountability. So as an umpire, you could blatantly call a ball a strike a ball, and nothing happens to you. So who cares? You know what I'm saying? It's like if there's no accountability, who gives a shit? If there's no accountability, who cares? If there's no accountability for an umpire, it doesn't fucking matter how they call a ball game. They can do whatever they want. There's no accountability. Occupy says, how many years and how much money will Yankees spend to re-sign DJ? What will be their red line? Mets going to be huge spenders. They're going to be looking to sign ex-Yankees. Yeah. So, I do think there's a possibility that DJ LeMahieu will even take less to play for the Yankees. Now, again, what does he deserve? I mean, he deserves a monster contract. Well, definitely over $100 million. He's 33. That shouldn't stop him at all from getting a 4 or 5 year deal. I really believe that. 20 plus a year. The Yankees should hold nothing back to bring this guy back. Now, again, you are going to have other teams that are going to say, damn, we add this guy to this lineup. We're significantly better. So there's going to be a lot of teams that are going to go after DJ LeMahieu, and it's not going to be easy for the Yankees. I am relatively shocked that Brian Cashman and the Yankees brass didn't break their rule of looking to sign guys during the year, because I would have been all over bringing DJ LeMahieu back as quickly as you possibly can. 150% should have been looking to bring this guy back as quickly as humanly possible. Even if DJ LeMahieu has another 3 good years only and then he's average, he's worth every penny of it. LeMahieu has proven he's one of those guys that isn't going to show that sharp decline just because of the type of hitter he is. He's not one of these guys that if he loses a little bit of pop or a little bit of speed on his swing, that he's going to drop 30, 40 points in batting average and slug a lot less. DJ LeMahieu is such a professional hitter that he's going to find holes. He's going to find gaps. He's going to work counts. Speed is not his game, so you don't have to worry about that. He's just a good all-around hitter. He just reminds me of those old school type of Tony Gwynn's type ball player where he can slash the ball. He can hit for power. He can hit in the gap. He doesn't rely on speed. He doesn't rely on beating balls out. He doesn't rely on walks. He can hit. He's such a good spray hitter that you don't have a chance of really playing him a certain way. He doesn't give up at bats. He is the perfect type of player you are comfortable signing long-term just because of who he is. And I think his leadership also goes a long way. 100%. Should have left Tanaka to start game 2. I think everybody agrees with that also. Do you think Cashman dropped the ball for not signing Zach Wheeler? I thought Zach Wheeler would have been a target. I think the Yankees liked it. BCNT, thank you for joining, my friend. I appreciate it. I think everybody would have been okay with Zach Wheeler. But the Yankees have a lot of young guys, too. They can make trades. And I think the Yankees really should do a couple of trades this offseason. Now, we'll talk more about that in the future of what that'll be. But I love you, too, my friend. Thank you. Matter of fact, I love everybody in here. People get me confused, I think. People get me confused online. It's funny. Like on Twitter. If you guys don't know, your boy used to have like 6,400 followers. I dropped about 2,000 plus ever since I started talking politics. And people right away think like you're an enemy because you have a different political opinion. I love everybody. I love everyone. I love even hardcore liberals. I got nothing against them. But I just think they're wrong on issues. But no, I always bring that up because I think it's funny that people feel like you can't have friends that have a different opinion than you do, or you can't follow somebody that has a different opinion. It's very, very weak-minded. I love everybody. I really do. I love everyone. I don't have hate in me. I love everybody. Lee, Trump 2020. Talk to you later, my friend. Talk to you later, my friend. Yes. Pete, do you still think we're going to win this series? I predicted the Yankees in 4, so I'm going to stick with the Yankees in 4. I'm not going to change my opinion just because of one game. I'll stick with the Yankees in 4. Angelo, that's right. Yeah, Occupy, I love you. We don't always agree. But yeah, I had nothing against you. You're a good guy. Hope you think I'm a good guy. Where in the hell? Give me 1 second, guys. I know I have my phone's right here. My man Blazin hates everybody. My man Blazin hates everybody. Blazin, I love you. But men can't have babies. We're going to take a vote. I need a vote. Can a man have a baby? Yes or no? Blazing says yes. He says there's proof. I love him. I will never stop being a Yankee fan. Hey, Blazin, come on, my man. Come on, my man. Let's go. Can't happen. There goes the nose. Humanly impossible. No, it's not, Blazin. No, it's not. If that's the case, then Aaron Boone would be pregnant right now because he's been getting fucked by ownership. There'd be a little booty popping out of somewhere. Oh, man, the results show. No. Imagine Paxton comes back for the ALCS if we move on and just turns it. That would be awesome. But nah, I don't see that happening. But that will be awesome. That will be awesome, man. But we'll see. Man. The one thing we can hope for is, hey, Jonathan, look, man, you've been following me I got to keep it real. I can't hold back. I used to attack people for having Aaron Boone derangement syndrome. I got it. That shit been injected in my veins. I got Aaron Boone derangement syndrome. I'm sick of the dude. I'm not even going to hide it. If the Yankees won the World Series this year, I'm still sick of the dude. He ain't managing. Let the man manage. Give him his balls back. Before Aaron Boone signed his contract, look, here's what happened. Joe Girardi went up there. They said, hey, Joe, Come on into the stadium. We need to have a conversation with you. Joe said, all right, cool. He said, bye to the kids. Hey, kids, see you soon. I got to get to the stadium. Honey, come here. Come here. Gave her a little pat in the ass. Honey, I'll be home later tonight. What's your favorite wine, baby? It's coming home with daddy. We're going to have a good time tonight. Going to go talk to Cash. We're going to straighten some things out. And I'm coming home, and I'm getting to business. I'm going to get to business. I'll be back. Joe Girardi came up in there. He sat down. Randy, Levine, Mr. Steinbrenner, Cashman, what's going on, guys? They said, pass it over. He said, pass what over? They said, come on. Cashman said, come on. We had this conversation, Joe. Give them to us. He said, give you what? They said, your balls. Pass them. Because if you're going to manage this club, you're no longer having balls. We're taking them out. You're going to listen to the fucking nerds. The nerds in the back, give us your balls. Give us your balls. Joe said, I'm giving you guts. The Italian just kicked in. The Italian kicked in. He said, Ugats you get. Ugats. We got to let you go. He goes, I took us to game 7. You're going to let me go? They said, pass him over. We got Aaron Boone on hold. Aaron Boone already got his balls. You see this plate? You see this? This top of this plate here. Those are Aaron Boone's balls. We already got them. Are you passing your balls? Joe said, never. I'm gone. He left. Hey, Booney, you got the job. Boone couldn't even talk. He was all squeaky for a month. All right, great. I'm happy I got the job. I can't wait. They took his balls, folks. The man can't even go to the bathroom without somebody telling him, go ahead, Boone, go. This man has been slapped around more than a fucking hooker. Let's be serious for a second. Aaron Boone is as female as you can get when it comes to being a man in the job. That was kind of wrong. All right, moving on. Moving on. I swear there's just tea in this cup. If Blazing is correct that men can have babies, Aaron Boone got about 7 of them already. All from Brian Cashman and Yankees leadership. And a few nerds out there. Hey, they got a puppet. They got a puppet. The hand went right up the ass, and they're controlling everything he does. Oh, it's amazing being Italian. I thank God every day that I'm Italian. I really do. I thank God every single day I'm Italian. Being Italian-American is something else. They're cutting my mic. They're cutting my mic. This is what they do to Boone. What YouTube's trying to do to me. All right, guys. Who wants to talk politics? Who wants to fuck with me when it comes to my Trump? Come on. Come on, baby. Who wants some?
President. Hi, perhaps you recognize me. It's your favorite president. And I'm standing in front of the Oval Office at the White House.
There you go. Just a message for everybody. Just a message for all of you, all right? Oh, Biden 2020. What's wrong with everyone? Opinion on stimulus. Yes, Blazing. As you know, I always talk the truth. I think it's going to hurt Trump badly if something doesn't get done. I think you need stimulus. 100% need stimulus. 150%. I think you need to do a stimulus. I think he wants to. I think it's a bit of a negotiation tactic, but let's also be real here. Let's also be real. Nancy Pelosi and everybody else, let's not blame Trump here, had months to do this. Months to do this. 2.2 trillion, there's no reason for it. Trump's tweet is spot on. Give the people their money, and that is it. Forget everything else. Give the people their money. I think his first tweet was stupid. I think his first tweet was idiotic. He never should have did the first tweet. The first one was dumb. He never should have said, I'm ending everything. The second tweet about, make it just about the people, and I'll sign it right now. That's it. That should have been the tweet. That was it. That would have been the best way to go. But I don't like the first tweet. I think was stupid. But I definitely think they have to come with both sides. I think it hurts both sides. Because everybody knows if you're in reality, you know that both sides got to strike a deal. But I definitely think that they should work something out, even if Trump got to call Pelosi himself. I think he has to put her on the spot even more. I think that tweet did it. But ending it and saying you're ending it until after the election, I don't think helped his cause too much at all. Blazing, I disagree with that. I do think the last week or so hasn't been too good. I'll give you that. I don't think it's been poorly run. I think the problem is he has to let Biden's record just speak for itself. Biden is a horrible candidate for where the left stands right now. I don't care what anybody says. I'll disagree with anybody on that. Trump got to let Joe Biden hurt himself. Stop defending yourself. Talk about your accomplishments and just bring up Joe Biden's 47 years of shit. If you want to talk about quotes and racism, Biden's done it all. Trump just got to bring it to attention. The media is not going to do it, so he has to do it. But he went about it in the first debate the wrong way. So we'll see. Trump only said that because Pelosi would never do it. I agree, Blazin, but it was smart because you got to put the pressure back on somebody else. He basically put the pressure on himself. He basically said, I'm not doing it. And even his supporters were like, the fuck? What do you mean you're not doing it? Like, what is that? So it was stupid. It was a bad tweet. It was dumb. He should have flat out put out that second tweet. We're not giving 2.2 trillion, excuse me. Give the people their money, and that is it. Give them their money, and that's it. I want to sign this right now. Get it done. Shouldn't have done that. Let's see. Biden has done nothing since he was born. He hasn't. And that's just the truth. That's just the truth. It's too late for Trump. 8 to 9 million have voted already. Who cares? That's nothing. That's nothing compared to election day. That's nothing. 8 or 9 million is nothing at all. When is Trump's next debate? The 15th, I believe, is the next debate. I believe it's the 15th. Robert, I hope the Yankees come back tonight. Yes. But the debate, they got the VP debate is tonight at 9:00. Which again, I think Mike Pence is a much better debater than Trump is. Trump, again, is not a politician. But I think Mike Pence has a good chance to destroy Kamala Harris's record, which is terrible. Again, it's terrible. Joe Biden's record is terrible. Kamala Harris's record is terrible. Just stick to that. What will I do if Biden wins? What I'm doing right now, continue in life. I have a preference, but I'm also an American. No, I'm not going to go damage property in the street. I'm not going to burn people's businesses down. I'm going to live my life as an American. It's still the greatest country in the world. I just severely disagree with their opinions. I severely disagree. That's it. It's more than the margin of victory, but how many of those are voting Trump? That doesn't mean that it's just Biden people. That doesn't mean that at all. Yeah, Blaze, and I could see that, but I do think we'll see a different side of Pence. I think Pence has a lot to deliver tonight. I really do. I think if Pence comes back as sheltered, so to say, and not attacking, Pence cannot hold back. Pence needs to go out there and be very, very strong. Kamala is a master debater. I don't agree with that. I think she was horrible in the Democrat debate. Tulsi Gabbard took her to school. Remember what she said about Joe Biden? She basically called Biden a racist. She said his record is horrible. So Pence could bring all that up tonight. He has a lot to bring up. Her time as an attorney general was horrible. There's a lot to bring up. Mike Pence is always calm, cool, and collected. I agree with that. Are you worried that Biden will win, or are you pretty confident? So I know a lot of people who do independent polling. There's a guy here in Richmond who has done polling for, I think, the last like 16 years. And he does, I think he does like their company does calls, and I think they usually do like 5,000 when they get an actual poll they put out. But based off the model he has, he got Trump winning big. He was right in 2016. I remember him telling me the night before when I thought Clinton was going to win. I listened to the polling in 2016, and the 90-something% that had, mostly everybody had Clinton at least 70% up and winning. Now, some polls did have it in margin of 4 or 5%, which I do think you'll see as it gets closer again to the election. But there's a guy here who does it, and he told me, again, just yesterday, that he got Trump winning very, very big. Now, we'll see if that's correct or not, but I have no reason to doubt him. He's not even a Trump supporter. He wasn't in 2016 either. But based off his model, along with, what's the other one out there? Northrop or something like that. Northrop, I forgot what it's called. It's the one who got it right for like 100 and something years. I think they've predicted like every single one of them. They also predict that Trump has a 91% chance of winning, and winning in somewhat of a landslide. We'll see. We'll see. Right now is probably not the high for Trump. This is probably somewhat of the low, but that can change in a day. That can change in a week. And we still got time in an election. We'll see what happens. Do I believe polling? No, because I also think, do I also think that Trump is hard to poll? Yeah, I think he is. I think Trump is, out of any candidate of all time, I think everybody would agree that Donald Trump is a very hard person to poll because, one, there is a such thing as a silent majority, maybe not silent majority, like some people say it's this huge number, but there's been polling that says 67% of people will not say truly who they're voting for in fear of pushback. People don't put Trump yard signs out, but I'll tell you this, in 2016, I've seen a lot more Trump signs. I live in Richmond, Virginia, somewhat liberal. I have not seen a Biden sign anywhere in my area. I've seen Abigail Spanberger signs, who's running for Senate, but I have not seen Biden signs. I've seen a lot more Trump, which is surprising, but I've seen a lot more Trump signs here. Obviously, North Carolina is a lot of Trump, so when I drove to the Outer Banks, that's all I've seen is Trump. Barely seen any Biden stuff. But again, that's not any sign. We don't really know, but we'll see. We'll see. Blazing, what are you saying no they didn't to? If you don't mind me asking, I don't know what I said that you're saying no they didn't to. Adam says, I cannot put my Trump flag out in fear. Well, a lot of people feel the same way, Adam. I mean, I know a couple of guys down the street who support Trump that won't put stuff out there. Oh, he was talking to Adam. Okay. There definitely are more Trump signs here in South Florida. Yeah. If you guys know Frankie Latz a lot of times is Frankie Latz is on my Twitter a lot. And Frankie lives in Florida. And he told me the other day, you saw a ton of Clinton signs in 2016. You don't see any Biden signs right now. It's all Trump. So I don't know. I mean, the poll that came out today that shows Biden up 11 in Florida, even Biden supporters know that's a fucking joke. I don't think Florida will be a blowout either way. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I just visited Texas, which claims Biden is winning. I saw 3 total Biden signs. You don't see a lot of Biden signs. But I don't know if that means anything. I don't know if that really means anything. Occupy, I agree. It's funny because people just think, I guess, based off my Twitter, maybe, that I'm a guy who has never criticized Trump. I criticized them today. I don't think Trump is the perfect candidate of all time. I do think he's a bit of a breath of fresh air that might actually scare some people. I also think he has the worst media coverage of all time. I think the media helps Trump and they don't get it. I think they help him and they don't understand that. If the media covered him fairly, it'd be a huge different story. But I don't agree with everything Trump has done. And it's funny because people feel like based off my Twitter, I just do. That's not the case. I disagree with a lot of what Trump has, certain things. I love a lot of what he's done. I love that he's brash. I like having a brash president. I like having a president that says peace through strength. I like that idea. I like knowing that our military needs to be strong. I love that idea. I love being brash to a degree. We'll see. Rasmussen had it, I think at this point last year, they had Hillary Clinton up by 8. And then as it got, I think the day before election, they had Hillary up by 3 or 4. So again, I don't know about polls. I'll let it be. I think the polls... Now, if Rasmussen has him up by 12 come close to election day, that might be a little scary, but we'll see. We never know how it turns out. Polls are just an indicator. It's really just an idea, but we'll see what happens. I think the media is just complicit. They're complicit in a lot of what has happened. Look, you don't have to be a genius to know that the whole Russia story was fake. All of that was fake. And if anybody's okay with what happened to Trump because it's Trump, you're not following along on what America's supposed to be. You can hate Trump all you want, but what they did to Trump was wrong. All that news is out there. The media is not covering it. And it's one of the worst political stories of all time, but nobody wants to cover it. You could make an argument that Biden shouldn't even be allowed to run. He was involved in all of that. Their documents show it. And I think you're going to see more up until the election. So we'll see. Occupy it. I think he should do all that. But I don't think Trump is the guy for when it comes to drugs. I don't think he's a big fan. Even weed. I mean, I agree with that. I do. I don't think Trump is a fan of doing something like that. I don't think he's a believer in marijuana at all for any usage. And yeah, that probably hurts him in certain ways. But also don't forget. Yes, and Blazing, we've talked about this before. Yes, overall per polling on this conversation, Trump has lost some white support, male white support, but he's gained a big chunk of black support, and Hispanic support is very high, and also white woman. So yes, the white man support is the biggest percentage out there, but no Republican has ever polled the way he's polling in the black community and the Hispanic community. No Republican has polled that way. And that's got to worry Democrats because they've never lost. They're not going to lose that. But a Republican polling over 10%, minimum 10%, is horrifying for Democrats. That's terrifying. And Blazing, I don't necessarily agree with that. Him polling at 30+% black And 45+% Hispanic is huge. We don't know how much white support he'll get, but that's a big indicator of black, which they never get. Republicans don't get, no matter who you are. That a black and Hispanic support is huge. We'll see what happens. I'm not saying Blazing. I'm not saying you're wrong. You might be right. I'm just saying a Republican has never polled this good with black and Hispanic support. And that could make a major difference that nobody wants to talk about. That could make a major difference. I think that's another point. How many people are actually going to vote? That's another thing. How many people are actually going to vote? That's something it seems like Republicans are much more interested in doing than Democrats. Are they more motivated now? Maybe. Is it just talk? I don't know. I don't know. Is it just talk? We'll see. A lot of it comes down to who actually votes. So we'll see. I'm just saying the power is Trump's hands if he really wants to win. At the end of the day, if he loses, the only one to blame is himself. Joe Biden is walking. Occupy, I cannot agree with you anymore. And that's why a lot of Trump fans got mad at me. But I even said in the first debate, let Biden talk. All you have to say is, Joe, your record of 47 years is terrible. Bring up the quotes he said. Bring up his record, and that's it. And then sit back. Stop defending yourself. Talk about what you've done, and let Joe Biden burn himself. He's a horrible candidate. Horrible candidate. But it is what it is. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Bernie lost, blah, blah, blah. Well, I also think, I don't know if you guys, I don't really care about Bernie Sanders, but I think Bernie also hurt himself with the Castro comments and all that stuff. And I think the far left side of the socialism stuff really scared people away. But I didn't really follow too much at that point when it came to the Democrat side. Do I think Trump won the first debate? Directly after it, I was like, I don't know. A lot of polls had him winning. And Telemundo, who is not necessarily I know because my fiance is Dominican, so she watches a lot of Telemundo. They're not a big Trump supporting station. They had him winning by 67%. And that's Hispanic voters. So I don't know. I don't really care too much. I think Trump just didn't do enough. I don't think he let Biden talk enough. Let Biden talk. Let Biden talk. Arizona is going to be a big state. What is it? Arizona, Florida, North Carolina. If Trump pulls those, he'll have a very good chance. A lot of polls today that aren't your mainstream polls have him up in Pennsylvania. We'll see. I mean, we'll see. I wouldn't be shocked either way. Put it that way. If election night Trump wins huge, I wouldn't be shocked. And if he ever lost, I'd be I'd be upset, obviously. Wouldn't be shocked. I think a lot has to do with the next couple of weeks. Yeah, I mean, Blaze and I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. I think the problem was, too, is that if you rewatch the debate, I know it's hard to do. I actually did it. I forgot what question it was. Trump answered the Supreme Court question really good. And then he had Biden on the spot immediately with the, I'm not going to answer if I'm going to pack the court. And that really had him on the defense quick. And I said, great, he got him here. But then Biden interrupted him first when Wallace asked him something. Trump got defensive. Wallace cut him off. Then Trump said, so I'm debating both of you now. And from there, Trump just went on the defensive. He no longer attacked, and he went on the defense. And it was just a train wreck. He started off so good, and I said, damn, he's going to destroy this guy. It's going to be bad. And then he got off to the, oh my God, here we go again. I'm debating both guys. Now I got to defend myself the whole time, which was his fault. He shouldn't have done that. But he let it get to him. He should have sat back and said, go ahead, Joe, talk. But your record tells a different story. That's all he has to say. You said you would do this. You put out a thing talking about what you would have did differently on the coronavirus. It was everything I'd done already. You also told me to listen to the scientists. I've listened to Fauci, who you keep talking about. Fauci said your idea of shutting down China saved millions of lives. You called it xenophobic. Why? Should have shut up. So all he has to do against Biden, he doesn't have to defend his record. When Donald Trump says I've done more in 47 months than he did in 47 years, he's right. He's not wrong. He's right. Joe Biden has no record. He is the swamp. When Trump talks about the swamp, that's Joe Biden. That's all you got to say. Don't fight him. Let him talk. Let him talk. Let him talk, and that's it. Oh, yeah, Chris Wallace is pro-Biden. We know that, but Trump could have let him go. Trump could have laid back and let it be. The next debate's going to be a lot better. But if you remember and you want to be fair, Trump made the same mistake in the first debate with Clinton. And then he did very good in the second and third debate. So I do think, again, this is not a politician. He doesn't have those points. He's a brash guy. We know that. He'll do better the second debate. And I think his advisors got to let him know a little bit. Let it be and let it go. Never let Trump finish and would quit. He did. He did that. He did that. I agree. I think Chris Wallace, there was a couple of times, like for an example, the Hunter Biden stuff. Chris Wallace interrupted Trump when Trump had him on the ropes and immediately said, oh, we got to go to the next topic. That's legit. Trump has every right to talk about Hunter Biden. There's a lot of concern there. There was a lot of concern when Biden was VP. That was brought up. So why is it not a concern now? Why can't the media talk about all the racist comments that Biden has made? Why can't Trump bring that up? We'll see what happens. I think he will bring it up. I think he'll bring up a lot of it. Well, Cruz, I mean, that's something that Trump has to, and that's going to hurt Biden. If Biden can't answer that question, it's going to hurt him. It's going to hurt him. And Trump needs to get those talking points right. It's not hard. Joe Biden's not a hard guy to debate. He's everything that Donald Trump has been fighting against for the last 4.5 years. He's everything that Trump has been telling people that has won people over. He's the swamp. He's the swamp. It's not hard. He has a 47-year record of shit. Just bring it up. He makes horrible comments time and time again. The media is not going to cover it, so Trump got to bring it up. And we'll see where it goes. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off here. I'll talk to you guys soon. I'll be tweeting during the game. So you guys have a good night. We'll talk about the debate, I'm sure, tonight, and we'll talk about the Yankees, of course. Talk to you guys soon. Have a good day.